Hello, darlings. Today we are going to talk about generating sequences and how to find the term to term rule and position to term rule for any sequence, or how to generate a sequence if they gave us the first term and the term to term rules. We're going to start with the simple sequence. If you look at this sequence right here, and I am going to ask you, what is the term to term rule? Now, you will say, what does a term to term rule mean? A term to term rule means what is the relationship between each term and the term that comes after it? How do they relate to each other? What is the relationship between 6 and the previous term, or 6 and the next term? If you look at it closely, you will see that each time I am adding 2. So you would say that the term to term rule is add 2. Okay, let's take another sequence. 5, 9, 13, 17, etc. And I will ask you, what is the term to term rule? And you will say the term to term rule is the relationship between each term and the term that comes after it, each number and the number that comes after it, or the number that comes before the previous or the next number. Like, what's the relationship between 17 and the previous term, which is 13? If you look at it, you will say that each time I am adding 4. Each time I am adding 4. This is called a linear sequence. Both of these sequences are called linear sequences. Why are they called linear sequences? Because each time the sequence is increasing in the same amount, which is 2. In the second sequence, each time it's increasing by 4. So a linear sequence where the sequence is increasing or decreasing by the same amount each time. Now the term to term rule in this sequence is add 4. Now I'm going to talk about how to find the position to term rule. What is a position to term rule? Now, for the first rule, or let's give you another sequence, okay? One, 4, 7, 10, etc. Now, to find the position to term rule, first of all, you have to find the term to term rule, which is add 3. Because each time I am adding 3. Now the position to term rule, it means there is a position number for each term. Like this term has the position number 1. Number 4, or term number 4, has the position number 2. 7 has the position number 3, and 10 has the position number 4, which means it is the first term of the sequence, which equals 1. The second term of the sequence equals 4. The third term equals 7. The fourth term equals 10. So a position is like a place that, the first position is like a place that is held for any number. In this sequence it's 1. In this sequence it's 2. In this sequence it's 5. It could vary, but each time it is the first place or the first position, second, third, fourth. So when I say position numbers, in any sequence we start with the number 1, but this position number holds a term, and the value of this term varies between each sequence. Now to find the position to term rule, we need 3 steps. the position to term rule, we have three major steps. Step number one, I write term equals position number, PN stands for position number, times what? Times the term to term rule. My term to term rule was add 3, so I write plus 3. Okay, now this is very important. In order to find the position to term rule, I need to find out where did my term start from. Okay, so this is the position, this is position number 1. I need to find position number 0, which means what is the number that comes before 1 in this sequence? I need to subtract 3. Each time I was adding 3. So if I subtract 3, I will get the number minus 2. This is called the 0 term. It's called the 0 term. I use the 0 term to find my position to term rule. And I write it here. So my position to term rule is term equals minus 2 plus 3 times position number. Is this rule correct? Is this the right rule? To find out, I test it. How do I test this? I say term number 3, it's supposed to be 7. So I say minus 2 plus 3 times. My position number is 3. So multiplication has the higher priority. So 3 times 3 is 9 plus negative 2. 9 plus negative 2 equals 7. Is my term, my third term, is it actually 7? Yes. My third term is 7. I try it for term number 4. Instead of position number, I write 4 because I want the fourth term. So it will be 12 plus minus 2. 12 plus minus 2 equals 10. Is my fourth term 10? Yes. This tells me that my position to term rule is correct and it is valid. So one more time, how to find the position to term rule. We start by writing term equals position number times the term to term rule, which is add 3. I write plus 3, and then I find the 0 term. Let's do these exact steps. Let's do these same steps to this sequence. I have the sequence 5, 9, 13, 17. I want the position to term rule. First of all, I write term equals position number times. What is the term to term rule? It says add 4, so I write plus 4. Then I need to find my 0 term, the number that comes before the first term. The first term is 5. The number that comes before it, it's 0 term, which will be in this sequence 1. In order for this sequence to be correct, it has to be 1, because each time I'm adding 4. 1 plus 4, 5. 5 plus 4, 9. 9 plus 4, 13. So this is correct. I write here 1. So my position to term rule is term equals 1 plus 4 times position number. I want to make sure my rule is correct. So I test it. This is position number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Okay? I test it with the second term. I write 1 plus 4 times. My position number will be number 2. What will my answer be? 4 times 2 equals 8. Plus 1. 1 plus 8 equals 9. Is my second term equals to 9? This is my first term. This is my second term. My second term does equals 9. So my sequence, or my position to term rule, is correct. Three main steps. Position number times the term to term rule, and then I put the first term, whether it is a negative, the zero term, sorry, whether it is a negative or a positive number. Now I need to find the sequence. If a question is saying work out the first 4 terms, okay, and I am just giving you the first term and the rule. Like the first term is -5. This equals first term, term number 1. And the rule is add 2. I have to find it. I start with the first term, which is -5. And then I have to add 2 to get the second term. So -5 plus 2 equals -3. And then I have to add 2 to get the third term. -3 plus 2 equals -1. Then I have to add 2. -1 plus 2 equals 1. Plus 2 equals 3. So there I found the first 5 terms of my sequence. Okay, the question wanted me to find the first 5 terms. So I read the sequence as -5, -3, -1, 1, 3, etc. This is my sequence. The first term was -5. The second was -3. The third is -1. The fourth is 1. And the fifth is 3. Let's take another question. I need you to find the first 5 terms of a sequence, and the first term is 8. And the rules is saying subtract 4. So I start with 8. -4 will be 4. -4, 0. 0 minus 4 will be -4. -4 minus -4, -4 minus 4, sorry. -8, and then -12. -8 minus 4 will be -12. Those are the first 5 terms. So I write it as a sequence as 8, 4, 0, -4, -8, -12. This is how to find a sequence if I'm only given the first term and the term-to-term rule. And here we talked about how to find the term-to-term rule, and this is about the position-to-term rule.